back at it. We are back to one of our favourite games, and it has been quite a while, actually. So this is actually the first time loading up the game on a brand new computer. So first series going, and hopefully it turns out okay. So this is actually the second time I've tried doing this intro, because I talked for a little bit about the game, and then jumped in, then decided to cut away, do some more building and that sort of stuff. And when I went back to check the recording, I realized I set up OBS wrong, and I set it to windowed option instead of game option. So the moment I went out of OBS back into Prison Architect after setting up the recording, it didn't work. It just recorded the audio and a frozen screen. So take two, and I know this time it is working. So the way we're going to set up this prison is we're going to set it to large. We're going to keep it a male warden. I'm going to do the lobbyist this time. I want fog of war. I want it to generate forests. I want gangs. I want failure conditions. I want events. I want weather and temperature. Not going to do staff needs. Last time I think I fiddled with it. I couldn't play with it right, so I wouldn't mind testing that a bit off camera. Maybe next time we change the prison, we might introduce staff needs. They've also got warden mode, and we've got escape mode, so there's so many new things with this game. So I'm looking forward to it, and I really can't wait. So we'll hit play, and we'll get loaded in. So here is our brand new plot. So the way I'm trying to think of how we can design this prison is, I want this side to maybe be like a shared community between low and medium security, and then this side to be high security and death row. Or like high security and supermax and all that sort of stuff in death row. But the main thing obviously is structure. So last few seasons I've come up with some pretty good structures, and I've been just looking around see what sort of designs I can do next. And there's a few that I've come across that are kind of cool, and I'm gonna take bits and bobs from other ones and with stuff I've already done and make it into something else. I think I've been pretty happy with some of our past designs, and I feel like we've actually designed some pretty cool prisons in the past. So this time, I'm hoping that the biggest restriction that was with the Mac won't come into play anymore. So, and that was that if you guys, some of you may be aware that we played on iMac, we got the prisons quite big, and then it just slowed down. The amount of entities just impacted the game. It slowed it down, and these builders would walk super slow. It taken ages to build, and like an hour, like look how like quickly the clock moves over here. Like you put it fast speed, this would be moving as fast, but they would not be moving as fast. They would be going as if you're just in normal play speed, or even slower in some regards. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to build, and such. And obviously the biggest issue with this is since we're starting on a new computer, I'm not continuing off our old saves. So as you can see, 30 grand. So we are we are back at square one, how it was at season 1. So we have very limited funding. I know like some people questioned it in the last few seasons, where they were like, how do you start with so much money? You're cheating and all that sort of stuff. I was like, no, I'm not cheating. It's that I've sold these prisons and moved on 4 times. We're now in our 5th season. So this time we don't have those funds, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be a bit longer. It's probably going to take me longer to do this series. So as of how often the video is going to come out with this, don't know just yet. I want to get a little bit of an archive of these episodes going before I kind of jump into it. But I think the best thing to do right now is to cut away from you guys right now, get some planning done, get some of the foundations built, and then kind of show you the plan, and maybe we'll start doing a bit of designing with that stuff, and yeah, we'll start going. So also, you can't see the to-do list. That's because the camera's going to be located up there, but you will see it when it's fully extended. I can't move it, so I don't know if I might put the camera over where the clock is and move the clock over here. I don't know. So I might just block the to-do list. I don't think it's really that important. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys in a quick second when I've done some planning and some building, and you guys get to see the start of what our prison will look like. Okie dokie, guys, welcome back. So as you can see, we're into day 6. We have got a bit more money, and I've done some building. So it's actually taken a lot longer than I thought to get this done, because really you have bugger all money, and I forgot really how hard this game actually can be to get the game started. So as you can see, we've got the entrance kind of started to be planned out a little bit. So the way it will work is this is kind of just going to be into the bigger wall section that will go around the prison. And this is the entrance here that will go straight into a reception. I've going to have 2 kennels here and here. Because kennels actually have to be inside, which I find really annoying. I don't know why they have to be an indoor build. They really should be also an outdoor build. But so that will be where we have 2 kennels. But obviously, we'll have a reception. I am going to have an infirmary and morgue here that is just for staff only. And then also we'll have another infirmary here that will have access to the prisoners, which is on the same on this side. These 3 and these 3 are officers. This is going to be a staff room and a staff room. And actually, this little one here is going to be a staff room. And this one here, I'm going to do a little classroom for staff members. It's going to be more for, you know, when you do the taser training and all that sort of shit. We got 2 parole and visitation on both sides. We got storage and we got libraries, and then obviously we'll have cells up in this area. We'll have yard and kitchen and canteen and all that out that way. So yeah, it's turning out all right so far. I'm happy with the progress. I want to get a few more things built on camera. As I said, it is actually going to take a little while to actually get everything planned, because unfortunately, it is just that sort of scenario where we actually have a bit of waiting to do, really. It does take a while to get this done. So I'm going to build that. If I build that, that is literally going to be... Did that say 2,000? Yeah, so I don't even have the funds for that. Far out. This is annoying. It's so hard just to get all this built. If I build... insufficient funds. Bloody hell. It's so hard to get it all built. It's taking ages to actually get the money flowing in this game. I actually can't build there because I haven't put the doors on. That's okay. Yeah, we're really stuck on actually what can be accessed. Did I want the door there? Yeah, I wanted the door there. And then the next one is here. And then the next one is there. So I'll get the doors on those ones. So they're at least there. And I actually can get the officer space built. And we can try and start getting at least the wardens in place and that. So it's going to take a while. Like, I've actually got 2 grants going at the moment. We've got Administration Center, which is build 2 officers, hire a warden, unlock finance through bureaucracy, and hire an accountant. So we can kind of get the warden, the accountant, and police chief maybe over in this area here. And maybe like psychologists and shit down on this side maybe, or we'll have one on each side. I don't know yet. So we'll play it by ear, but we can go rooms here. Let's go office, and pretty much we'll get these 3 put as officers and that, and we might be able to actually push to get the warden this episode. I think the warden could be like the first one off the bat, like when you go this way. So let's go objects. We need to go desk. We will grab a desk and put it there. We will grab a chair and put it, what's the best side to put it on? Maybe that side. I will grab a filing cabinet and we'll put the filing cabinet in that corner. So that is that, and we actually probably should have enough money to at least get our warden in place, which will then allow us at least unlock bureaucracy, and we're closer to getting that $5 grant, because that's really the thing I have to push for at the moment. It's getting the grants, because that's what's going to get us some money. So if I get our warden, which is the lobbyist, his wage is $200 a day. He's going to be taking my money, but it's worth it. So we need to get him. So he's getting paid there, carry staff keys and whatnot. So that allowed us to unlock bureaucracy, which now looks like this. So we've got warden, which goes into finance, which then obviously goes into land expansions and that. We've got maintenance, legal, security, psychology, health, education, it's pretty much a lot of the same stuff. I don't know if we're going to advance into more mods later on and expand, like some of the mods added more things in bureaucracy and a few other things. So it said build 2 officers, so at least we maybe can push to get the second office built, so we can do that. I can get a chair, because really the office itself to furnish is actually quite cheap. Like each thing, like I don't know where you can get a desk like that for $30. Like my desk was $700, so but it is what it is, I guess. So we can get some offices built and that, and we can actually start getting some of this administration going and such. And see, that knocked off that one, so we need to hire the accountant, but obviously get finance through Bureaucracy, which allows us to get the accountant, which will cost us $500, which is very annoying. So again, it's a lot of leaving the game running, letting it get some money. Probably today, as I run this, like after this, I'm probably not going to do much for the rest of the day. So I'm probably going to let this run probably all night if I have to, and just let it accumulate money. I think that's the best thing you can do, especially early on, if you can let the game just accumulate money, because when you start incorporating prisoners and everything like that, you can start causing issues with, what was I going to say? You can start causing issues with like if you have overpopulating or underpopulating and having more prison value than income, it gets confusing, and pretty much input and output, you lose money. And I think since we have a warden, that might activate events, so I need to be careful with that. It might be better to fire him, maybe, I don't know, or kind of like get this going, hire them and then fire them quickly. I know it costs a bit of money, but it means that we don't get screwed over, because the last thing I want is to then get a call from our good old mayor or CEO or whatever and be like, hey, we're just giving you 20 prisoners right now. And I'm like, well, fricka, I don't have anywhere to put them. I don't think they will do it unless you at least have like a cell space planned out. You need to double check that. So if that's the case, we might be a little bit lucky. But at the same time, you know, we've got all this, but we still need to do our lighting. Haven't done any lighting. We still need to get power put in. Power is also very expensive. You know, we're looking at $5,000 for a generator and $5,000 for a water pump. I think I'm going to put them in the storage rooms for now. I kind of have the idea of having them more on this side, but this place might have its own power storage system, and I'll eventually connect it across the road. I don't know. We'll see how it all pans out, really. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep episodes to around 15-20 minute mark. Don't want to keep them too long and lengthy. So there's not much that we can really do with the prison at the moment, because as you see, it all is about cash flow, and we don't really have cash. Can I move this? Maybe, is it one of those ones that could be moved? Oh no, it's just one of the ones that give you another drop down. I thought you actually could move that from there. That would actually be interesting. But yeah, we've got so much stuff to do. Need to obviously get all this done. Need to get the interior actually looking how I want. Like, I don't want just all concrete floors. I actually wouldn't mind having a lot of the time we don't really do the flooring. We've always kind of just done concrete flooring. I actually do want to have everything spick and span. I would like this prison looking really good. And you don't know, we might not have the need to build and sell a new prison. We might end up just being perfect to have this one prison. We just keep expanding and expanding and expanding. And this this save might be one of the good ones where we actually can really push the game to its limits and really see how many entities I can get going in this prison. Like, you know, I think last time, I think we had maybe 250 prisoners, but then we also had about 250 police officers and everything like that. I think by the end we had something like 700 entities or something like that, so that was pushing it. It would be really cool to see if we can get this up to 1,000 prisoner prison overall and still be able to run perfectly. That would be really interesting. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. I know it's going to be a bit of a shorter first episode, but as you can tell, there's nothing much we can really do. It's really a lot of waiting period for me. I need to just let this game run. I need to get a lot of money. I need to build all this, get this all furnished and done, so then I can get the planning for the next stage done, which will be in the next episode, and then get some more money for that, so then we can actually build it in the next episode. So I think it's a good note to end on this one, and kind of just, you know, be like, we're back with Prison Architect, we're back with this game, it's going to be fun. I'm actually quite looking forward to it, because it has been a while since I played it, and I do really enjoy it, and I know you guys do too. So anyway guys, that's going to be it for this one. So as usual, thank you all for watching, hope you have an awesome day. I'll catch you guys in the next one, so see you later guys.